Now let us look at how to create our database using Entity Framework Core migration. So I'll come back to my solution. We'll go to the persistence layer. So here we have the base EF, our application context, and the migration also has a context here, which is derived from application EF DB context. I created a separate context so that all the startup what we do in the endpoint is not applicable directly in the context. So in the constructor we are providing some of the configuration that Flex needs to run. So we will make it as a startup project. So in the domain model, if you see, this was inherited from the domain model bridge, and that in turn is derived from the domain model. So this helps you to customize your domain model. So what Flex will do, anything that is derived from the domain model will be automatically added to the Entity Framework Core. So you don't have to do your DB set for your Entity Framework Core context. So there is no need for any of the context, no need for adding any of the domain model into your EF context. Flex will do that automatically. So now we have this DB context, and here you see we don't have anything added specifically in the context as DB set. So Flex will do that for you. So now we go here and we go to Tools, Package Manager Console. So before that, let us go to the settings so that we can run the database. I've set it to e-commerce DB. We have the demo user and the password. So configure that for your application. So now we go and do add migration. So before that, remember we have to set this project as the default project, migrations.sql server. I'll give the name initial. You can give whatever name you want. And here your migration is created. If you see, there are some core tables that are created, and we have our customer table created. We didn't have given any ID. All these are from the Flex domain model, and we have the name and date of birth also created with string length 50. And what you gave in your model customizer also is being done for you in the indexing. You would have created some index here. Customer name is unique. That is being taken from your model customization. What we did here was also included in the migration. So now let us run this migration and create our database. Before we update our database, let us open this SQL server. If you see, I don't have any database here. And now let me go back to the solution. If you remember, we gave the name for our database as e-commerce DB. So let me update the database. This is the update database command is given by EF Core to update the database. So it will use the connection string to update the database. So it will create the table, create the database first, then it will create all the tables, indexes, inside your DB. So let me refresh this. If you see, we have the customer DB and all our tables are being created here. So we have the customer table. We have the name, date of birth, and varchar 50. And then we will have indexes. Okay. We have a unique index for the customer name. So this is done for you in a fraction of, see, just blink of eyes, we can say. So you create your domain model. But then now this is very useful when you get more time for your domain model thinking. Create your domain model and just run your migration and you are done. So most of the insert, update, all those code will be generated. So the focus remains on the structure of the input, structure of the domain model, and the validations. So now next let us see further processing, how to go about our insert and queries.